My story about being out in the bush when I was a young child, I was always brought up at the back of Burnie, a place called Ridgely and stuff. I had family lived there, and um, so it was always up the bush out there with them. Or we'd go through to Launceston to relatives at the Nile and go up the bush and go shooting at the bottom of Ben Lomond. And then later on in life, I decided I'd be volunteer at State Emergency Service, and I was in the Waratah Wynyard SES, and part of the service up there was going out the bush looking for people lost. And we got a call out one day to a cliff rescue, somebody had fallen down a cliff. So got into my vehicle, of course, and went to SES and got into the SES vehicles, headed out bush, got all our abseiling gear and it set up. Had carried 20 kilometres into the bush walking, and then we got to the top of this cliff to find out that what we were actually rescuing was a dog had fallen down the cliff and landed on a man fern. So it was a bit of a weird experience, but we had to abseil down, and then we had to find a way of making a harness for this dog, because we didn't even know till we got there that it was a dog. So we abseiled down and made up a rope harness and rescued the dog. And then the next week we was in the Advocate newspaper, or on the front page of the Advocate newspaper, rescuing a dog. But that was one of our good experiences going bush, and we've had many people where we've rescued in the bush as well. But since then I've now become an amputee and finding it very difficult to get out into the bush because the bush tracks and stuff are not suitable for amputees unless you're in a four-wheel drive or something. But if you just want to go out into nature itself, it's just not suitable, and they don't make the bush tracks wide enough, they don't make access wide enough. Can't go up Mount Wellington and go around the bush tracks up there. There's just no way of doing it.